My Japanese listening literally got 3 times better this week. I was immersing with solo leveling in Gintama and I realized I could understand 90% of what I was hearing, and honestly it felt incredible. So today I'm breaking down exactly what I've been doing to improve my Japanese listening. Why you should listen to me? I've been studying English for over 3 years, Japanese for 15 months, and as a collectionist athlete, I focus on discipline and efficiency in language learning. I know you have heard this a couple of times and you really don't think it actually does make a difference, and the reality is that in practicality changing the language in your phone actually doesn't make a difference, let's be honest. But what it does make a difference in is in how much comfortable you are with the language. With listening, I noticed that it is about how much comfortable you are with the language, not about how much vocabulary you know. Because I mean, the Japanese normal person doesn't really even use more than 10k words in a daily normal conversation, and I will even dare to say that if you're working, you probably don't need more than 20k words. The point of this is, you are not lacking vocabulary, you are just lacking being comfortable with the language to the point of making search in the language or looking for tutorials in the language. So maybe the next step that you can do is look something up, even maybe for school, but in Japanese, and just listen to it or read. Also, I noticed that one of the first steps to start putting in whatever language is to make your brain be comfortable with the language. So you will literally just never start speaking in Japanese or whatever language if your brain considers Japanese like a hassle, in the sense that it maybe takes a lot of effort to read, or you need to really pay attention to most things in order to actually understand, which I mean, if you are starting, it's kind of normal. But if you have more than 1 or 2 years with 3 to 4 hours of studying, you should be already capable of using some words in your brain and even being able to create sentences without the need of practicing them in speaking. I've kind of noticed that there's this belief that anime is actually not that good to get better at listening to Japanese native media, and in some sense I feel like that could be correct, but there's some anime that are really similar to natural speech. For example, I think that if you're capable of understanding 10 Gintama episodes without the need of using subtitles, you're actually not that far away from Japanese native level, but of course you need to have a 99% of comprehension in those 10 episodes, which I'm kind of far away from. So yeah, you can use anime to improve your listening. Also, I've heard this other topic, which is don't use subtitles to improve your listening. I know it makes sense, and I mean, in reality, of course, not using subtitles will help you to improve your listening more, but I keep using subtitles for most of the part and still my listening keeps improving. So the only reason about why subtitles make you pay less attention to listening, and because you pay less attention to listening, of course it ends up being worse, it's because your reading is not good. So your reading here is pulling you back, making you pay more attention to your subtitles instead of listening to your immersion content. So after I improved my reading a lot, like 5 to 6 times better in just like 2 months, my listening actually started to kind of improve. Of course, just reading alone does not improve your listening, but in the sense that whenever you're using subtitles, you can just pay more attention to your listening and also notice more words that you wouldn't notice without using subtitles. This will probably be listening to social media and Japanese drama. I feel like sometimes there are some characters talking in J-dramas and it's like, bro, it feels like you're mumbling your words, but it doesn't happen that often, thankfully. Probably what has helped me the most is doing passive listening with the content I have already watched and do kind of a good amount of it. I know that there's lots of people watching this video right now that have to work, maybe go to school or the gym. These are literally the best moments if you have some free time to do passive listening. Now, just putting passive listening and not even paying attention to it won't help you. You need to make a conscious effort and really pay attention to the words and syllables they are saying. And at some point your brain is going to say, oh my god, this is so easy, go for something more difficult. That's the point in which you want to advance to more native content. I literally have an entire 17GB file of passive listening, so just literally have a file like that with the content that you have already watched, put it on random mode and just listen to it. So that's it for the video. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to have more discipline language learning friends. Thank you very much.